Hi and welcome to Property Photography. I was just going to talk about cable releases today. It's an important feature of photographing real estate because I usually work on a tripod, well, always work on a tripod. When we're taking exposures down to sort of 3-4 seconds, it's an absolute must. In fact, I was on a shoot just last week where the kitchen and the bathroom had no windows. So taking an ambient shot meant I was down in one instance to 15 seconds. Now besides that, I also like to shoot some flash into the dark areas, lift it a little bit and then blend the two together. So we have a mixture of ambient and flash light together, and that way it doesn't look as though you've used flash. There are no hard shadows anywhere, no shadows from light fittings spreading across the ceiling. But how do we do that? Why is the cable release so important? Well, this is what I've been using. This is the Nikon MC36, and as you can see, it is a true cable release. It's tethered, and so I can't get too far away from the camera, which means I'm then relying on being able to point the flash in the right direction. And in some instances I can put a SB 900 or 5000 on its own stand and hide it behind a wall, and then I'm struggling with another flash to try and trigger the camera. So we decided to try out the Nikon WR-10 C. Now this is a kit which comes in 3 parts. Let's take a look. Opening the box, first of all, there's the usual paperwork, instructions, guarantees, warranties, whatever. And then inside there's 3 compartments, and in each one of those we have the components which make up the transmitter. Also, if we take out this cardboard, we have right in the bottom of the box we have a case to put them into. If you decide to take them off the camera, there's a nice little pouch there to keep them clean, and 2 lanyards so that you can actually keep them close to the camera from around the strap. I don't use camera straps, so those won't be used. Once it's on the camera, it'll be staying on the camera in my instance. Right, let's have a closer look at these. So opening this, we have here, that is the receiver, and on the top there we've got a channel selector with a little switch right on the top, and you select channel 15, 10 or 5. There's also a grey button there which is used for connecting the 2 devices together, for pairing them so they work consistently. The next part, this feels like the adapter. Yep, this is the 10-pin adapter which fits into the front of the camera, and it's quite good because that's got a weather seal on it as well, which is quite handy, especially in the winter when you're outside photographing the front or the rear of the property. So that receiver, and there's an arrow just in there and an arrow on the adapter. Line those 2 up and they should just push together with a little click. There's a button on the side of the adapter which holds everything in nice and secure, so that's quite good. I'm quite confident that's not going to fall off. And the last part should be the transmitter. Yep, that's quite natty. So we have a transmitter, main button for focusing and firing the camera, and there's also a function button which you can program for various things. On the side there's a switch for the channel selector, again 15, 10 and 5, so that must match what's actually on the receiver, otherwise they won't work together. And then there's a grey button there, so holding that in and the grey button on the receiver will actually pair them up if they lose pairing. As these were purchased as a kit, I'm assuming that they're already paired. There's also 2 LED lights on the top there, so we'll plug that into the camera and see what happens. It's got to go onto the 10 pin on front, so that's there. So I'll just undo that rubber seal and just push that in, making sure that it's lined up. There is an arrow on there, it's lined up with that dot. Just move that out of the way a little bit, and then with the thumb wheel I'll just tighten that up a little bit. That's quite fiddly in there, and it would be awkward to get down to the flash selection button there, but it's quite good because this will actually turn out of the way and then you can get to that button as well. That's cool. Right, this is my WR-10 that I've got it connected to, which is fitted with the 14-24mm f2.8 lens, which is usually on the camera for 90% of the time that I'm actually shooting properties. Switching the camera on, see what happens. Oh, straight away the green LED starts flashing. Okay, so with the transmitter we'll half depress that, and I can hear and see that the focusing on the camera was activated, and we now have a red flashing LED on the receiver. So fully depress and it should take the picture. Yep, there we go. That was a slow 1 second. But yeah, that's all working nicely. Didn't have to pair it up in the end. So I'm hoping now that I can get much further away from the camera, and because it's a radio signal and not infrared, I'll be able to have obstacles in the way, so I can hide behind corners and light up darken rooms so that there's no huge contrast between the room I'm photographing and being able to see through to the next room. So that should be quite good. So stay tuned and we'll see how it works out. There will be some more videos, so I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.